The time is now 9 a.m. The date is December the 6th, 2022. We will call to order the meeting for the City of Statesboro Mayor and Council. We will have our invocation and pledge of allegiance by Mayor Pro Tem Sherry Barr.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Our invocation this morning, hear these words: without hate. May every creature abound in well-being and peace. May every living being, weak or strong, belong in the small, the short and the medium-sized, the mean and the great. May every living being, seen or unseen, those dwelling far off, those living nearby, those already born, those waiting to be born, may all attain inward peace. Let no one deceive another. Let no one despise another in any situation. Let no one from antipathy or hatred wish evil to anyone at all. Just as a mother with her own life protects her only child from hurt, so within ourselves may we foster a limitless concern for every living creature. Display a heart of boundless love for all of the world in all its height and depth and broad extent. Love unrestrained, without hate or enmity. Then, as we stand or walk, sit or lie, until overcome by drowsiness, may we devote our minds entirely to this. This is known as living the life divine. May it be so. Amen. Amen. Let us stand for the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll move down to agenda item 3, recognitions and public presentations. We do have a special presentation today. It's a retirement award from Ms. Tammy Russian, our administrative assistant, who's been with the City of Statesboro for 30 years. And I want to read the following in regards to Ms. Russian. In the short time that I've known Ms. Tammy, while working in the Public Works Department, I found she defines the standard for an exemplary employee in her role in Public Works. She exhibits excellent communication skills with co-workers, leaders, customers, and citizens. Tammy demonstrates a work ethic for all employees to follow. She is always courteous, polite, and professional with customers, citizens, and co-workers. When working in an environment that requires a positive attitude, Tammy sets her bar in maintaining customer satisfaction, which is an important attribute in a public service environment. Tammy is very dependable and a model for all employees to follow. She is very knowledgeable of Public Works Department and a key person that ensures the department is run to its very best. In her role in the Public Works Department, Tammy is outstanding, and I consider her to be a valuable asset to the department. This is written by Mr. John Washington, Director of Public Works and Engineering. Ms. Tammy, if you will come forward. Is John here as well? Okay. Well, I've got some pertinent information. Mr. Bobby Colson, where are you at? If you will, stand up. Mr. Colson is the man that actually hired Ms. Tammy. And so we want to recognize him for that great insight.
Now, Tammy, how's it all them guys got old, but you look the same?
I didn't want to say anything. I tell him, listen, I was right past you now. I was like, we got some issues going on. We're going to come back on this side. We're going to put you in the middle. But Phil asked a real important question. Now, we're going to ask about that. Yeah, Benjamin Button. We got Tammy Russian.
Ready, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Before you bring a family, can we get Mr. Colson?
Well, can we, let us get one second. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
And get the
1, 2,
press.
3.
Mr. Colson?
Okay. All right. Mr. Colson?
Mr. Bobby? And we got some city employees out here too, maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna get everybody. That's right. You only get two.
I know, I'm only retired once.
I know. Why does that say question and answer?
Step up here, John.
Come on. Yeah.
You'll all take a step this way.
This one?
Center.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Miss Debbie, we do one favor. Can you tilt the top of that plaque a little bit this way? There we go. Glare. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Family? Family?
Sure.
I'm sure what.
You're working man. You retired one day.
That's all right.
1, 2, 3.
Where's the brother?
I promise you, soon as I see the flash, I'll turn to me. Bean spots.
1, 2, 3.
You should hold them.
Jeff, why don't you come when we call Sam?
Come on,
Jeff,
come on.
Let's go. Come up
We'll
and
get all together.
We got council on deck. Shop look at
We gon' come on, buddy.
We're gonna clean up the deck. Gotta look like that.
Ready, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
There you go, we got a whole photo shoot. Retreat gift bag. Council. Council. Mr. King, you jump in, John. John.
I'll be there.
Uh-oh, there you go.
Got everybody?
Yes, that's it.
Miss Tammy, can you tilt the word down? Yeah, right there.
Anything?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
Thank y'all.
Public Works, come on.
Public Works.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, you know, most people maybe don't know that Tammy also runs pageants on her spare time. So dealing with the public is way easier than dealing with pageants. That's all I gotta say. And she comes to work to get away from that.
I know y'all don't like me.
We love each other. I think she did the Turpentine Festival. She did like one of the local. Yeah, like all that. Uh-huh. Yeah, like all the way up to like,
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
yeah.
1.
Yeah, so this isn't like Miss Georgia stuff. Those are like professional people that don't fall off the stage. These are like little kids. Don't you do it?
Thank y'all. Thank you, thank you.
And not to mention it's got glitter and fucking rhinestones everywhere, you know? Can't even imagine. Where's the Valley Riverside? Nothing wrong with that. But it is pageants, I've been to them.
That is always one of the fun moments.
Thank all of you.
All right, thank y'all, thank y'all. Yeah, I do too. Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, Ms. Leah, we'll move down to agenda item 4, public comments. Any public comments?
No, Mayor.
Okay, we move down to agenda item 5, which is consideration of a motion to approve the consent agenda, which includes our minutes from our November the 15th council meetings. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll move down to agenda item 6, public hearing and consideration of a motion to approve an alcohol license in accordance with the City of Statesboro Alcohol Ordinance, Section 6-13A, Patel 3190 LLC, DBA OK Food Mart, 3190 Northside Drive West, Statesboro, Georgia 30458, license type package sales, beer and wine only. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Planning and zoning?
No issue, Mayor.
All right. Chief?
No issues.
All right. Chief, with Chief? Whatever Chief, there you go, Chief. Okay. Kane?
No issues, Mayor.
All right. Is there anyone here to speak for the request? Is there anyone here to speak against the request? All right. Seeing that there is none, is there a motion to close the hearing?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any discussion by council? Seeing that there is none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll move down to agenda item 7, consideration of a motion to adopt resolution 2022-40, a resolution accepting the right-of-way of Quail One Drive as a public street to be owned and maintained by the City of Statesboro. Mr. Penny, if you'll give us some insight to that.
Mayor, members of the council, typically, streets are dedicated, the right-of-way is dedicated to the city. And in this case, we've been using this Quail Run street for years, but it was never officially dedicated to the city. And so the property owner is asking to, he or she is willing to dedicate it to the city. So then it would be our responsibility. The street is paved up to a certain point. However, he's going to dedicate enough right-of-way so that we can also put a cul-de-sac, because we have to service it with our own vehicles. And then we'll be able to turn those vehicles around in a safe manner. And so this morning, we're just asking the council to authorize you to sign the paperwork so that this right-of-way can be dedicated to the city. We do have some funds available, I think from 2018 T-Splots, that would help cover the cost to finish improving the street to put the cul-de-sac in. What also is happening on this street, there's some lots that are undevelopable because of wetlands. And so by dedicating this right-of-way, the property owner will probably build on some of the lots, but some of them he can't build on. But we do recommend acceptance of the right-of-way by council.
Thank you, Mr. Penny. Any discussion by council? Seeing that there is none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we move down to agenda item 8, consideration of a motion to approve resolution 2022-41, a resolution approving the submission of a community home investment program grant application to the Georgia Department of Community Affairs and commitment of matching funds. Mr. Penny.
Mayor and council, we have been applying for these CHIP funds for a number of years. This year, we're very hopeful with our housing rehabilitation program that we will be successful in the application. So we're asking you to authorize us to be able to submit the application. The amount of money that we're seeking is $400,000, and we will have to match that with $200,000. So we can use the ARPA funds to actually provide that match. And that would help us in some of the more difficult situations that we have with people rehabbing, being able to rehab some of the homes and help, because the cost is a lot more than what we were expecting it to be. So we recommend approval of the ability to apply for the grant.
Okay. All right. Any discussion by council?
Mr. Mayor, I'm just curious, what's the time frame? How quickly will we know about this?
Ms. Barr, typically, this application is due sometime in January, but it's usually in early fall before we would actually find out.
Yeah, I
Well,
think we went up there like October or something.
Yeah, and it's a federal grant, so it's gonna rely on what the funding is for next year's federal budget. It will, and CHIP grants notoriously are very competitive, so it's a good one to apply for since it's a good chunk of change, but they're very competitive
They're
grants.
difficult.
All right. No problem. Any further discussion by council? Seeing that there's none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll move down to agenda item 9, consideration of a motion to approve a lease agreement to provide office space to Representative Rick Allen for an additional 2 years with no rent assessed. Mr. Penny?
The mayor, members of the council, Congressman Allen has an office in our building. The current lease expires on January 2nd, 2023. And what they're asking is for us to extend the term till January 2nd, 2025. And we do recommend approval of the lease.
All right. Any discussion about council?
Mr. Mayor, I was just again curious, it's almost always empty, but I saw somebody in there the other day. What's the frequency? How often does anybody actually use it?
I mean, Austin is usually there on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Local rep.
Yeah. Mhm.
I got a question. So why is it free?
Because it's a rep.
Well, no, that's a reasonable question. Is he getting free resources across the district?
Yeah.
But it's not for Rick Allen, it's for the
con-
seat.
the
It's for the seat.
Yeah,
So-
John Barrow actually started that.
Right,
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
and so
That's a good question, though.
if
I mean, I don't care who's in the seat. I want to know why.
Why it's free.
why it's
Yeah, it's free.
I think a lot of folks would think that it would be advantageous for us to have a congressional office in our building. And I think that's probably
Mhm.
the basis for making it available, and it's a service to our citizens when they need congressional help. But that is an excellent question. And I think Councilmember Boyd asked if they were getting free rent throughout the district. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, I've been asked that, hey, can you provide your services to this, event? Well, is everybody providing it free, or are you just asking me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if Augusta's paying for his offices, or, or if he's paying Augusta and he's paying some of these other places, but he's not paying us.
And if it's that critical that you want an answer, we have another meeting in 2 weeks, and this lease does not expire until January 2nd, 2023, and we can certainly get those answers for you. So
Oh,
it's
yeah, I'd like to know.
Sure.
up to the council.
Well, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Are we
Or do you want to
getting
table
the
it?
answer? Yeah.
You want to table it until? Sure. Okay. All right, is there a motion to table?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. All right,
So I'm sorry.
so we table it until we get some answers. We need to know if they're getting paid. All right, we'll move down to agenda item 10, consideration of a motion to award contract to White Delta Incorporated in the amount of $1,632,370.04 for the installation of water and sewer mains at the Bruce Young Commerce Park to serve Aspen aerogels to be paid for with funds approved in the FY 2023 capital improvement budget item WWD-154 using system revenue and grant proceeds. Mr. Penny, if you can give us some insight on that.
Mayor, members of council, if you remember when it was announced that Aspen Airgels would be going into Bruce Young Commerce Park, we applied for a grant. We were awarded the grant of $750,000 to help with the extension of water and sewer into that park to Aspen Airgel. We had also previously, you had also previously approved $500,000 in funds to help with the extension of those, of that infrastructure. So there's a difference of almost $500,000, and with that difference being there, Aspen Air Jail is responsible for that difference. And they have been notified of the amount of the bid, and it is critical in order to be able to meet the time frame that we get this bid awarded, and so that they can start extending those infrastructure to that site. And therefore, we recommend it to you, but the cost will be covered by the grant portion of the revenues that we have and by Aspen Air Jail.
Any discussion by council? All right, seeing that there is none, is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we move down to agenda item 11.
Can I make one comment on that last award?
Okay.
I just want to be clear as we're talking about Hyundai and the growth of this region. We need to be absolutely clear that Aspen does not come without utilities, roads connected to that site. Any flubbing by anyone else in our community that says that that's not the number one reason, or let's put it this way, without it, they're not coming. There's no other way to get them there. You've got to have utilities. It's literally step one of economic development. So when we're talking about the growth and the opportunities in our community, we have to remember that. Water, sewer, natural gas, roads, railroads, those are important, and without those base utilities, we don't have commercial retail, we don't have large residential development, we don't have industrial. So it's important to remember that, because these are long-term projects that started years ago, and they're now just coming to fruition. So we're faced with similar decisions that will grow this community over the next 10 to 15 years, but those decisions need to be made in just the next few months. I mean, if you guys have been driving up and down I-16, they're gonna lay more pipe in the next 30 days than we've laid in the past 3 years. It's amazing what's going on out there, and you can see how fast it's going. We cannot waffle, we cannot hesitate, and we have to collaborate and work together as a community. Appreciate you letting me say that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I echo that.
Yeah. We'll move down to agenda item 11 for other business from city council. Council, any announcements, any business that want to discuss?
I just want to let the public know that the applications are open for the business commission. If any business owner who is registered with the city of Statesboro is interested, applications are available until December the 16th at 5 p.m.
Councilwoman Moore?
Yes, I wanted to thank and congratulate Alan Muldrew and Elena McClendon on another fabulous holiday kickoff, lunch party event, Chili Town, all the fun stuff going on downtown last Friday night. We are fortunate in y'all to have these kinds of events organizing. It's a wonderful family event. I had a lot of fun, and a lot of fun that y'all were here, so good job, guys.
Great job.
Another event that I do want to call attention to, the formerly known as Squashing the Spread, now known as the Healthy Borough Committee, had a table and was dispersing information, including the fact that there will be another Vax clinic, a pop-up at the library in 2 weeks, on Saturday the 17th. And Corey's coming in with a pop-up from 10 till 12. They will have vaccines for 6 months all the way through adulthood. So wherever you are, if it's time for a booster, if your child needs a booster, they'll be available 10 to 12 at the library. They also hope to bring the flu vaccine with them. So if you don't have your flu vaccine, I'm sure you're like me and know a lot of people who are getting sick, even if it's not COVID. There's a lot of respiratory stuff going around. So share that information. There'll be a vaccine pop-up, always free. It's at the library, 10 till 12 on the 17th. I think that's it.
All right, anything else from council? Seeing that there's none?
Oh, I got two small things.
Okay.
First, this one I'll have to kick over to staff. In light of the fact that we got a World Cup going on, and in light of the fact that our Tormenta FC football club has won not one national championship, but two. One for the ladies and one for the men, one for everybody. So, you know, we've got those like high school football championship signs on the edge of town, you know, coming in on the highway. So I have no idea what that process would be to get one of those things. But that seems to me that would be an appropriate,
Okay.
I don't know what that costs or how we do that. I assume it's a DOT kind of related thing, and I'm sure there's,
We'll get the information on that.
we'll bounce that to John. All right, cool. And then the second thing is with all the growth that we've got coming, and we've talked about this in the past, it may be time to revisit raising the hotel motel tax. We have discussed this before. The hotel motel tax is almost exclusively paid for by people who visit this community, so it's not a tax that affects the local community. And there's literally dozens of cities across the state, I think it's 127, something like that, that have an 8% rate. We're currently at 6%. When we go to Atlanta, we pay 8%. Acworth, Dyersville, Albany, Ashburn, Atlanta, Estelle, Baldwin, Butts, Dublin, Chamblee. I mean, I haven't even made it to the E's yet. Cleveland, Cobb. So those are all at 8%. That money goes, right now, it gets divided up from the Averitt Center, the DSDA, as well as the SCVB. But when we go to 8%, we can also use, very much like the landfill comes out of SPLOST right off the top, we can use a little bit of money for arts, capital improvement. So we've been talking about doing public art downtown, or maybe doing sponsoring a mural every year, something along those lines. We could set aside a little bit of that money, use it for that, and then still distribute that money. Again, it's 1% hotel motel tax annually is about $200,000. So we're looking at a $400,000. And with the increase in demand and with the future hotels that will inevitably be built in this area, I could see that easily going to $500,000 a year. So the trick is, we can't just pass it. It has to go to the state legislature, and that'll need to get to our local representatives in the spring. So we've got a work session. I think the SCVB already has a presentation that they've had geared up. So hopefully maybe they could present that at the work session. And that's something that we could vote on and push up to our legislative body for January.
For the 20th.
Is that okay?
Fine with me.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
are you guys okay with all that?
Yeah.
Have you,
Y'all, I should say.
have you spoke to the, hotel people?
I've not talked to the hotel people, but as a former hotel manager, I can tell you that the hotel tax rate means very little to the operations of your business.
What percentage are we taking now?
6.
6, okay.
Yes, it's-
I mean, it doesn't affect my bottom line. I collect it and I pass it through. I mean, it really makes no difference. And like I said, we go to Atlanta, we go to a dozen other places around the state. We pay 8%, but when they come here, they pay 6%. So we're losing 2% every time. And it's not like we need to be sending 2% more money to Atlanta than they send to us.
I agree. We have a work session. Do we have one scheduled? Okay,
Yes.
I just didn't know it's Christmas coming up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have one in November.
November.
So that's
Okay.
why we need to have one.
All right, anything else from council? All right, I do want to say today is election day. If you have not voted, please make your way to the polls and cast your ballot. We will move to number 12, city manager comments.
Yes, ma'am. A couple of things I just wanted to mention. I do want to make an introduction to you. The council approved a position for the village builder, project coordinator. And this morning, I'd like to introduce to some of y'all and present to others. The person, Dr. Lasara Mitchell. Lasara, would you mind standing? She started working on November 28th, so she's getting acclimated to city government and doing a lot of research, and so she can hit the ground running, and so I want to introduce her. We're glad to have her on the team.
Glad to have you.
And then the other thing I just want to mention, with this being December 6th, Christmas is only 19 days away. We have kicked off on the toy drive. And so I did see a few toys underneath the Christmas tree this morning. I got mine, I need to go bring back at lunchtime. We will be distributing those toys on December the 18th, which is a Sunday. We'll do that from the Boys and Girls Club. But we are receiving through the NAACP, anyone that has need for toys or clothing to help have a brighter Christmas, if they will reach out to Delinda Gaskins, she's receiving those requests, and then we'll get all the toys and everything that people request. We don't like just for it to be toys. We are receiving donations as well to help be able to purchase clothing pieces, shoes, and things of that nature, so we get sizes of children and adults. And so far, we've done pretty good. We've received some donations from some of the vendors that have helped us, that this should be a pretty good Christmas, and so we appreciate that. But I'm saying that because on Facebook Live, and we would like for the public, and the mayor started this about 3 years ago. And so it has really taken legs, and so to the public, we are receiving those gifts under our Christmas tree at City Hall. So if they bring them, and like I said, we will accept them through like the 15th, but on the 16th and 17th, we've got to be preparing to distribute them on the 18th.
Okay. That's always good stuff.
We want them to be wrapped, but with a label so we know what age and what it is, so they can kind of distribute evenly.
Well, for the toys, they don't have to be wrapped.
Yeah.
The toys don't have to be wrapped. And if it's other pieces, like I said, we try to buy things based upon their specific requests, reasonable requests, based on sizes. But we do want it to be new.
Absolutely.
Mr. Mayor, let's get a picture of you and council with our new Village Builders Initiative, because we're publicizing. That's a great program.
We'll say less. Let's do that.
Yes.
Okay.
I know it, right? Here, you stay in the front.
Can we get somebody over on this side? Yeah, that works.
Is that right? Does that look right?
Can someone Mac or somebody on maybe that?
Yeah, kind of balance it out.
Yeah.
Put you in the middle.
Alright.
This isn't my good side.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let me try one with a flash.
I just heard that most people's left side is softer and more attractive.
Yeah, this is not my good side. I just said that.
Yeah, some of you right-handed people say.
1, 2, 3.
I don't know how I was born without a left side. Dang.
Two right faces? Crazy. He's doing great.
All right. Okay. Was that it for you, Mr. Bennett? All right. So we're going to move down to public comments. Are there any public comments for today? All right, seeing that there is none, there is no need for an executive session. So we'll move down to agenda item 15, consideration of a motion to adjourn. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
There is a comment real quick, sorry. Check out the big chair that we just installed on the trail there. Make sure you get your picture. That was built by the Business Innovation Group. Myself and Jim Walker did some work on that. So we donated that to the city, and we installed that during the or the Christmas Santa Parade. After a little hiccup there at the Averitt Center. Hopefully nobody saw that. But yeah, and then we'll have a more thorough update on what's going on across the street, which is the art park. We'll do that again in 2 weeks as well, so. Finally, yeah, anytime you're dealing with the railroad, you're low and slow, so, I mean, that's just how it is, like driving a tractor, you know what I mean? In the Peanut Festival, how can we make this go even slower?
You see.
Anyway, so that's in a couple weeks, but yeah, check out the big chair and enjoy it. It's, make sure you sit all the way back. It makes you look like a really tiny person.
It's right here on the trail.
Even me, on the trail, you can't miss it, right at the 1 mile mark of the William Mattel Trail, or I'm sorry, right at the 0 mark,
Yeah.
right at the head of the trail.
At the beginning, across from Eagle Creek.
Yep.
You can't
Yep.
miss it.
Yeah, I don't know how you didn't see it.
Yeah, you can't miss it, yeah.
You weren't looking.
Like
I know
Lily
exactly
Tomlin,
what you're
is that
talking
her
about.
little kid?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it will remind you very much of that, yes.
Yeah,
I love Lily Tomlin.
yeah. Good, yeah, good stuff.
So thanks for letting me interrupt, man.
Oh, yeah, no problem. With that being said, we have a motion. Do we have a second? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, take care,
We
sir.
have a motion on the floor.